Our headlines today. The families of all three victims killed in the Nottingham attack unite in grief at a second vigil in the city.
I urge you all to cherish every moment you spend with your loved ones, as you just never know when it will end. Thank you.
Survivors of the Greek migrant boat tragedy say up to 100 children may have been on board, as hopes fade of finding any more people alive.
Conservative MPs must decide whether to approve a report condemning Boris Johnson for misleading Parliament over COVID rule breaking.
Good morning. Are you heading into the office today or working from home? Research shows more of us are taking a flexible approach to our jobs, but is it working? I'll take a look.
And good morning from a sunny Edgbaston, where the most anticipated Ashes series in years gets going in just a few hours' time. Can England's exciting new style of Test cricket, led by Ben Stokes, beat Australia in a series for the first time since 2015 and win back the famous old urn?
One of the largest mortgage lenders nationwide has announced it will be increasing rates again. The rise of 0.7% will take effect from today. The Building Society said that the changes were being made to ensure it could serve all its customers. UFC fighter Conor McGregor has been accused of sexually assaulting a woman after a basketball match in Miami last week. Miami police are investigating claims that a woman was violently assaulted in a men's bathroom following an NBA Finals game. Mr. McGregor denies the allegations.
A deal between the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and Spotify has ended. A joint statement from the couple's company and the streaming giant said they had mutually agreed to part ways after Meghan's podcasts, Archetypes, was not renewed for a second series. Let's bring you up to date with the papers today. Now, Boris Johnson, unsurprisingly, is dominating the front pages following that report which found that he misled Parliament over Partygate. Just one word tells the story on the Mirror: liar. It's written across the image of the former Prime Minister.
The most spiteful stitch-up in the history of politics is how the Express describes the report's conclusions. The paper accused the report's authors of hounding Mr Johnson.
Elsewhere, the Times reports a blood test that can identify 50 cancers is going to be introduced for 1 million people in England from next summer. It's expected to find 5,000 cases of the disease every year.
What's making the front pages this morning, and unsurprisingly, they're almost completely dominated by the findings of the Partygate inquiry. The Eye leads on the Privileges Committee report. They're into Boris Johnson saying he lied and lied and lied. The Metro asked if his alleged lies to Parliament are career-ending. And The Guardian focuses on the 90-day suspension the committee recommended for Boris Johnson had he still been an MP. The Times says it's the end of the road for Johnson. The Daily Mail says Tory MPs and grassroots activists have been left furious by the Partygate report. And The Telegraph also focuses on Boris Johnson's allies' response to the report, saying they will oust the MPs who vote for his censure. The Daily Express describes the committee's findings as the most spiteful stitch-up in the history of politics. While the Mirror says it's Judgment Day for the ex-Prime Minister. No holds barred from the Daily Star, which depicts Boris Johnson as Pinocchio. And The Sun is the only paper not to lead on the Partygate report, instead focusing on Levi Belfield being able to marry in prison. And if you want to see any of those front pages again or read the stories, just scan the QR code which is on your screen.